We thought Russia was like the baddest, most impressive, or second baddest and most impressive military on the planet. And then they struggled with Ukraine. The U.S. would have taken Kyiv.
We'd already have fucking
that goes over the hours
shakes.
when they hit the airport. So immediately the Russians dropped in like their best, the Spetsnaz. They dropped in Spetsnaz into the Kiev airport, but the Ukrainians knew they were coming, so they were able to like jam up the runways with equipment and bulldozers and anything they could find. So not only could Spetsnaz not leave, they couldn't be reinforced properly. And like slowly over time, I don't remember what the kill death ratio was, but I think the Spetsnaz won that won the KD ratio.
Won that measurement. Yeah.
But it was like something like the Immortal 300, I think is what they called them.
They sent in some badasses to the Kiev airport, and they took it for a while, but the Ukrainians eventually killed them all.
I bet the U.S. would have used helicopters and got some reinforcements.
We'd have used more badasses.
Possibly, sure.
That's dangerous. What if they become friends and then they turn on us? What if our group of badasses and their group of badasses go like, we are not so different, and then they turn on us. Now we've got a real problem.
They're playing volleyball like in Top Gun. They're just bonding over like sweaty shirtless volleyball shirts and skins.
Ice
U.S.
man.
versus the Ruskies. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah,
Woody's over here. Woody's over here saying we could take Ukraine. That's the imperialistic spirit we're looking for, man. Keep that.
Right? So they don't.
And you want to give you that Roman salute.
The Black Sea.
My heart goes out to you.
You keep your heart right where it is. Yeah.
Right.
On the other side of that soldier thing, I saw a Russian soldier who had a bullet wound through his like calf area, and it was bandaged, being forcibly loaded back into a troop transport to be sent back to war. And he's yelling, I got shot yesterday. I just got here. And they're dragging him like it's in a movie into the van to go back and fight.
Something similar.
I saw a bunch of old guys, and they're going through like, how old are you, comrade? And he's like, 57. And how about you, comrade? And they're going through basic training and trying to get their mags into their AKs, and they don't know how to rock their mags in, and they're fumbling. Like
57,
over and over.
Which army?
Russia. They were like 55 to 65. That. Like they were all like old and crippled.
Because I've heard that criticism levied at Ukraine a lot.
Oh, well, they don't draft below 25, I believe. I think the draft is 25.
Ukraine?
Yeah.
No, Ukraine has been dragging like 50-year-olds to the front to throw them in.
No. I said below 25.
Oh, they don't draft below 25.
I didn't expect that. In America, we love those 18-year-olds.
See, there's a lot of pressure domestically in Ukraine. So the Ukrainian public is like, no 24-year-olds should be going to this war. But we, of course, are like, hey, you should send your whole fighting force, if we're going to be funding this thing. So that's two sides of that coin that doesn't get talked about a lot. The West definitely wants the Ukrainians to draft their 18, 19, 20, and so on and so forth, and not their 55-year-old, guys that are going to be out there shivering.
I didn't know.
Oh, did you see
Zach fact checked that he came up with the same number in the comments?
Did you see? I saw some interview with Zelensky in the last week where he was talking to someone, and he was kind of, really what he was saying is he's like, I know they said in America they sent us, 100 billion, 150 billion. I can just say from where I'm standing, even when you add in the material and the labor and the aid and all of this, we have not received anywhere even close to this.
That is an absurd way to say
on our
thank
front
you.
line. Yeah, an absurd way to say thank you. First of all, so let's check the thanks. Zelensky should be big thank you. You should be wearing a fucking American flag.
It was Zelensky that said it.
It was Zelensky. He was in the interviews, and they were like, "So of the this amount of money is what's been sent," and he was like, "Listen, I know, but it's not getting to us. This is the amount we've gotten. He just doesn't understand.
We spend $18,000 a washer and $24,000 for a nut. Like when you look at it through that lens, it's $150 billion.
He's an absurd scenario.
I don't know why you don't like this war. It's sweet, man, and I'm glad that Trump has embraced it. Trump told Zelensky, "We'll keep funding this thing in exchange for a sweetheart deal on your rare earth minerals." Putin is like, "Wait, what?" And they're upset about that. And it seems like Trump
they better be some fucking rare metals. How rare? How rare are they, Kyle?
It's not rare.
Wow.
One
simple question, and Kyle's whole narrative crumbles. What rare metals are there?
Taylor is immediately like the old, like transforms into the old, like gray-haired colonel from Avatar, like unobtainium, you say?
Unobtainium. It better be fucking unobtainium.
I
It
can't
better be that
remember
shit
the
they
name of the
make,
Marvel metals. Is it adamantium?
adamantium,
and unobtainium.
unobtainium, rarifium. I don't know. But regardless, there's no way those metals cost more than we've donated.
Ah, yes, money launder 'em.
Yeah, money laundering, yes.
Taylor, don't you remember earlier when Brandon was regaling us with the tale of the SR-71 Blackbird, and he told us that the United States didn't have enough titanium to build their own fucking plane, so they had to get it from the Russians? Do you know what part of Russia, aka the Soviet Union, it came from? Oh, it's Ukraine. It's Ukraine. It was that Ukrainian titanium that they've got so much of. We need their titanium, Taylor, and now we will take it. And soon the empire will begin to form. I'm looking forward to when we take Greenland and
we can just take it anyway.
No. We'll start small, and I think we need to move that Mexican border a little further south so it's more manageable.
No, but we can just get
as somebody who's been to the border, I'm good with that. There's a lot of shit that happens just south of the border that maybe
where it gets. There's a canal down there where it gets real skinny. That's where the border should be.
Titanium is the 9th most abundant element in the Earth's crust.
Where is it though?
I've finished my fact checking.
Like, listen, I've closed the tab. Nothing else matters.
Hey, well, guess what? According to insidermonkey.com, the largest titanium reserves on Earth are one is in Norway, one is in Brazil, one is in India, one is in Australia, and one is in China.
Well, if you sound out the nations in bricks, that's bad for us.
Well, I guess so, but we can just get it. We can just get it from. We can just get it from Norway, or we can get it from Australia. Australia has the biggest
one allied against us.
Yeah, we'll get Australia.
No, but the whole point is this is a good war, Taylor. We're gonna get some material out of this. Maybe get some. Maybe they pay us back some of that money with interest in the next century or two, hopefully.
It's an okay war. It's no, boots on the ground in Gaza making hotels.
This has to be so good for our military intelligence. This has to be our military intelligence's dream come true, to be able to test all sorts of, I don't know, battle formations and strategies and tactics and materials. Like, hey, actually send this one out with this gooey shit on it and see what happens. Like, they get to test.
Sorry, taxes got to go up. This guy wants to fucking test a PS3 controller on his drone compared to an Xbox.
I will say though, this is that is the one argument I see, because I'm not a big fan of especially financing this war. But I can see both sides of the coin, especially when people start talking about look, we're testing modern military equipment against literally the equipment it was made to take out. Like, this is invaluable data on the actual battlefield.
And weakening Russia and making them less of a partner for China in a potential world war scenario is wonderful for us. We're killing their entire generation of men. You think you better believe it's not 25 and older in Russia. They're sending their 18-year-olds. Like there's a whole generation of good, solid Russian soldiers. That immortal 300 Spetsnaz unit we talked about, they're all fucking dead. And if they're not, they wish they were. There's probably 2 or 3 of them haven't had a fingernail in 2 years.
Am I the only one who thinks that Russia hasn't sent their A-team in quite some time?
I think they killed the A-team. I
think Russia's trying their best. I agree with all the points you guys made. Also, I'm glad we're a little bit have our fingers in the pot, if that's an expression, because warfare is changing in this war. The whole way that drones have come into being, and the fact that all wars are wars of attrition, right? We know that, but America has the most easily deprecated, attrishable, I don't know, war of all time. Our shit's so expensive. What are our planes? $2 billion if you take one out?
100 million.
I'm thinking of the bomber ones, right? I think they really are $2 billion. Yeah,
stealth bombers. We only got 40 of them. Don't worry.
But if we lose one, it's a big deal. Our aircraft carriers, crazy expensive to both build and to operate. And I worry that, we're really easy to wear down because our stuff is so expensive to make. Meanwhile, looking at a modern war happening right now, and people are using $600 drones to drop grenades on each other.
Not even 600, less. The most popular drone right now for anti-personnel is this Australian cardboard drone that can carry, I think can carry either 10 pounds or 10 kilos. My memory's weird about that, of ordnance, and deliver it on a target. It's made of cardboard. I mean, obviously it's got an engine on it, but I saw them, and obviously you can imagine like transporting it's supply chains, it's the economics of war, like getting the drones from here to there. That's what Zelensky's complaining about. He's not getting, there's a bottleneck somewhere. The shit's not getting to him. But those Australian drones, they're cardboard. So they fold up like flat cardboard boxes when they ship.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, cardboard model airplanes are wildly popular. Like that's a super common thing. So it's not new there. And I can see why it made their way there. And
you know what else?
They're probably not quadcopters. They're like planes, the cardboard ones. Yeah,
that's when I saw it. You know what's great about them though? They don't show up on radar because they're made of fucking cardboard.
I didn't think of that. That makes sense. Yeah,
I can kind of see where you're coming from on that, Woody. But like at the same time, it's like the argument that like, oh, you're easier to take out because you have more shit than everybody else is a little wild. Because it's like, I think, what is it, like the two biggest air forces in the world are the U.S. Air Force and then like the U.S. Navy. Or
my
like
argument was more that I worry that our expensive primo stuff doesn't work well against a swarm. Having seen Star Trek, I'm right.
I do think though, like it is neat that like we are able to see this stuff happen in Ukraine because it allows the U.S. military to pivot from where maybe we would have otherwise gone. Because like I mean like now that we see that drone warfare is the future, it's like, all right, maybe we don't spend another $700 billion on a new, stealth fighter or whatever. And we're just like, all right, well, you know what? Maybe let's adapt to where warfare is going. Let's spend more on anti-drone stuff, whatever. Same amount of money, but like maybe in where...
Is there some clever way we can be anti-drone proof while also having good anti-drone tech? I don't know. Maybe that becomes the next arms race. Oh, is he?
I don't... Well, look, I think that the THAAD and the Patriot missile systems defeat anything and everything the enemy has as far as drones. And if you're talking about a swarm of drones, then like, I don't know. I got to see the practicality. We don't see swarms of drones used like that in this war.
We kind of do to take out the anti-aircraft stuff, right? But
to deplete their ammo. I don't know that they've taken out any Patriots. I don't know if we've confirmed that the Russians have taken out a Patriot missile. I know they damaged. So Patriots like this.
In reverse, they've done it. They've taken out the Russian, is it S-400s?
Yeah, we've blown up several. They use the, what's the thing, the ATACMs or whatever. I've seen a lot of ATACM strikes on S-400s, but those are those like, what's the really dense material that they shotgun with those? Yeah.
Depleted uranium, maybe?
They shoot tungsten. They shoot this tungsten shot with those ATACMs missiles. That's what you've probably seen a big circular area suddenly get dusty. That's like a shotgun hitting that. But those things are so dense and they're going so fast. Like not a bullet, not like a bullet, like 5 times faster than a bullet, maybe 10 times. I don't know, but I know they're going way faster than a bullet. And they chew through inches and inches of armor. Like you can see where those little pellets just like carved out armored steel like it was cheese.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
I saw a Russian mechanic who was tasked with fixing, I don't know my giant Russian trucks, but picture like an oil tanker, not too different than a US one that delivers gas to the gas station. And his job was to fix it. And of course he's Russian and it's translated, but every third word is fuck. And the whole thing is just, it doesn't look that bad, except for like every 4 inches, there's a small hole that goes through everything, right? The engine block itself has like 97 small holes in it. The cab, all the electronics, the frame, everything about it is just shredded so that I'll make up a number like 8% of the whole truck is missing, with just littered with small holes. And he's like, how the fuck do I fix this? What do you fucking fix? You fucking replace everything about this fucking truck. There's no fucking way, Yasuka. And
at a certain point, like logistically speaking, it has to be easier.
That poor guy.
Fucking melt it and restamp it.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like, there's nothing recoverable.
He's just like, can we just make the truck again? It's literally easier to make a new truck.